We hear you're having trouble with your RC3 best. Get your jotters out and let us do the rest. Weld yourself in and let's get your fix in with Monday Night Predictions. Monday Night Predictions.
Hello and
good evening.
Yeah, evening. And Merry Christmas to all our listeners.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Hope you got all the presents you've asked for from Santa Claus, or Santa Claus, he's the RSA lock these days. What we're going to do is jump straight into Screwfix 12.
Screwfix Premiership
Christmas special, Screwfix 12. Who have you gone for, Chris? On the Checker Trade vs Nautical.
Yeah, we've got a Boxing Day match here. Checker Trade vs Nautical. I've had to have a long think about this one.
Oh.
I think Checker Trade's form is through the roof. They've had bonus point win after bonus point win. Nautical are faltering a little bit. I'm going with the form here. I'm going to go 14-10 to Checker Trade. Have that with your eggnog.
And I've equally gone for the Checker Trade win here. Like their form is picking up. It'll be close. I think Steve Bruce. This is going to be the making of Steve Bruce as like as a decent, renowned manager in our league. So Checker Trade 7, Nautical 3.
Next up, we've got Dartmoor Derelicts hosting GWRFC. What have you put, Matty?
I've gone against the league leaders this game for a Dartmoor Derelicts home win, just because.
Interesting.
I've got no research evidence to back this up, but I swear Dartmoor consistently have beaten GWRFC over the years as one of those teams that just the trains and the stations.
Most teams have.
Yeah, I've gone 14-10 to the Dartmoor Derelicts. How about you, Chris?
I've gone the other way. I've got 14-7 to GWRC. They're the top team for a reason. Derelicts don't quite have the quality.
Okay. Next is Simplice of the week. Okay, we're seeing verse 7-6 for me. Chris, how about you?
3-all.
Cool. Activate versus the Locals. Who have you gone for, Chris?
I like these two teams. I think they've had interesting starts. Activate were really strong at the beginning, so were Locals, and they've both just kind of plateaued a bit. But I think Activate, with their experience last year in the Travis Perkins, they're going to have the stamina. They've got the deeper squad, more experienced team. I think 21-7 to Activate. What have you put, Matt?
Good. I fancy the Locals this game. Both teams love to offload. They've got some great ball handlers, great offloaders. It's going to be a close game. Two teams that really vying for the league title this season, chasing GWRC. I've gone for Activate 7, Locals 17.
And the Locals despise machinery and modern technology, don't they? So this is going to be quite a feud.
Absolutely. So, we'll round off Screwfix 12. Down in Plymouth in South West England, moment they're turning on the Christmas lights. Everyone's gathering around.
Well, who's doing it this year? Is it? Oh, it's Shane Ritchie, isn't it?
Yeah. Jamie Mackey as well is probably down there. So we're down in Plymouth. They turn on the Christmas lights, and this is to celebrate Plymouth as a coastal naval town who love their football.
Well, in England's southwest is the county that's best, full of rolling green hills and a coast that's been blessed. And inside of the sound lie the 3 Plymouth towns, where everyone's known as a Janner. Janner. Down in Plymouth, we're all known as Janner. And our own football team, Plymouth Argyle Supreme, are the finest this beautiful county has seen. Every player of every nationality, when they pull on the green, they're all Janners. Well, there was our song. We didn't keep you too long. Now you all know just one word of West Country slang. And while there's meat on me bones, I hope I'll always be known as a typical Plymouth-grown Janner. Down in Plymouth, we're all known as Janner. Down in Plymouth, we're all known as Janners.
The Tadcaster Pro. The Tadcaster Pro. The Tadcaster Pro. Hey.
Oh, what a lovely song.
Yeah, one of my
You can hear all the
favourites.
Plymouth players, I think, singing on that version.
Yeah, and a few of the locals actually, Chris, as well.
To be a Janner. Yeah. Anyway, Jonathan Janner, he plays for Scrumwars, doesn't he? Tadcaster week 7. So
Yeah.
we've had what? Have we had all? How many teams are in Taddy? 8, right?
8.
So we're getting close to the halfway point.
It's just the halfway point, isn't it? Is it the halfway point?
Yeah. Big game here. High Tacklanders against Ancient Mega Powers, who did lose last week for the first time in the season to Ne'er-do-Wells. High Tacklanders are second in the league. They'll be eyeing this one up. Salivating over this one, won't they, Matt?
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game. Really big game. This is the clash to look forward to. I think Mega Powers, after their defeat last week to the Ne'er-do-Wells, I don't think they'll struggle in the long run, but I think they might take a few games to get back into their winning ways. And High Tacklanders are in good form. It's winter, it's Christmas, it's going to be snowing up there in Scotland, and the Romans never did like a battle in the snow. So High Tacklanders 7, Mega Powers 0. How about you, Chris?
Well, that's an interesting point. Yeah, I think that Mega Powers are going to be really, really upset to have lost last week. I know that Scipio was not happy with Levin, as we saw in the highlight reel. I'm sure you've all seen it.
Well, when he smashed his headphones on the
Yeah. So I think Scipio will be back in. I think the decision making will be stellar. I think we're going to see a 14-0 shutout and quite a scary Mega Powers team.
Interesting. And one thing I forgot to mention, which could be a deciding factor in this match, on the fixture list it was put down as Grassy Flatlands as the venue, but as we may know, Ben Nevis has been rumoured to have been the true map choice for this game, but we'll see how it plays out. Hennequins versus Ne'er-do-Wells, Chris, the next game. Who have you gone for? Two Romanian teams playing each other.
Yes, I've gone for Hellenequins to lose to the Ne'er-do-Wells. I think it's going to be tight. Hellenequins are in good form, regrettably, and Ne'er-do-Wells are as well. I think they're just a slightly better team. You know, they identify weakness very well. They irk you. They find all the little niggly weak spots in your team. I think 13-10 to Ne'er-do-Wells.
Yeah, and for me, Hennequin's recent form and the way they've been playing shows me that they're, going back to winning ways. Where before the season, this is where this is what I'd hope they'd be doing in terms of winning games like this. So 21-6 to Hennequins for me. And just to go back again to the first game, that was my Matty's hunch.
It's Matty's hunch
Of the week. So Tacklanders winning 7-0 was my hunch.
Oh, okay.
So that might change some of your predictions if you've already jotted it down as you've been listening to me. I'm sorry. But we'll move on. Gallifrey vs Scrumwars. Who have you gone for, Chrissy?
I think Scrumwars are the better team here. Gallifrey, I think in the final third they do struggle. So I'm going to go 14-6 to Scrumwars.
Yeah, Scrumwars win for me as well. 14-21 to Scrumwars.
And lastly, we got Baker's Dozen +2 hosting Pets Gone Wild. I mean, what is going wrong with these two teams, Matt? Can you break them down for me? I'm having trouble.
Yeah, Pets Gone Wild, it's not clicking. The backs aren't very good. Hilliard Hardbark hasn't stepped up to the role that
Not
was
very good
expected of
signing, is
him.
it?
The two wingers, Sue Scroffer and whoever the left wing is, Chris. What's my name? I can't remember the pest left. Mostly in Dolphins days, isn't it? Not doing too well. They played the best.
Mugloniger, normally.
Mugloniger and Sue Scroffer, sorry. Not been playing the best rugby of their careers. Termite Woodworm and Krills, when they played together, create magic, and they do play well with them too. But the injuries and suspension between those two means they can't play together that often.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, Bakers, well, I think the Taddy is a bit of a step up from the Armitage 8, I must admit, Chris.
I think we got a team here that can't score. That's Baker's dozen. They lack creativity. They don't have that 9-10 that you want to see.
Oh yeah, the
And-
9-10, yeah.
And Pets Gone Wild are a team that just can't help but concede. They're just all over the place, chaotic. They don't have any sort of guiding light. We need Paul Octopus to sort them out. So I think what we're going to see here is a really chaotic open game, lots of scoring. I think Pets can score, but they will definitely concede. Even Bakers will score against them. But I think the Pets are just going to nudge it, 21-14.
14-7 to Pets for me, Chris.
Okay. Right, well, we've got a tune to the tune of Hadrian's Wall. I hope you enjoy this one. Try and picture the divide, the land divide, separated the High Tatlanders and the Ancient Megapowers. That's the halfway line for our game on Saturday. See you in a minute.
Welcome to the
Okay, last set. Welcome back everyone to MMP. Last set of your Christmas special. The floodlights are on Friday night. Arena Manoir 2, DHL 4. The running track is covered in snow, but luckily the groundsmen have got the pitch ready to go. Shinji Islanders vs Mordor. Who have you gone for, Chris?
I think that it's going to be a Shinji win, finally. I think they looked very, very good against Land of the Rocking Sun last week, and God bless them, they did try, didn't they? Very, very close. They deserve more out of that match. Mordor are just trash. So 10-7, because you know Shinji will bottle it somewhere, but they'll still win.
Yeah, and I just think Shinji Islanders will harness the fan energy. They will harness the Christmas spirit of December 25th. And I think Mordor, the Orcs, the Urukai, they don't like happiness or festivities. And I think that's a hard counter. So Shinji will harness that energy, and Mordor's like the Grinch, and they'll be like, they don't know what's going on. Why is everyone so happy? Everyone's enjoying themselves, and that's Mordor's great weakness, I think. So 14-7 to Shinji Islanders.
You heard it here first, folks. Mordor's like the Grinch. Emu Plains versus Jackalamore. What have you put, Matt? This is pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, Emu Plains 3, Jackalamore 24. How about you?
Yeah, 28-0 to Jackalamore. I fancy them to get the bonus point. They've put in the fright into Land of the Rocking Sun.
Council of Simbinadel versus Land of the Rocking Sun. Surely the game of the week, Chris. Of the DHF
yeah,
week, sorry.
It's going to be a big one. Because Council are off the back of 2 wins in a row. Which is, against not too bad teams. I think they've got a good ability to score, little breakaway tries. You see the Pony, the Shadowfax getting on the end of these tries, end of these routines. I think they'll get a couple of scores, but I think Land of the Rocking Sun are just too clinical for them. I think in the breakdown they're going to get absolutely man-shamed. It's going to be 35-14 to Land of the Rocking Sun.
Wow. What did you think of their narrow victory with Shinji last week, Chris?
I thought it was a real moment of uncharacteristic weakness from Land of the Rocking Sun, but they were playing a lot of shit players, so I'm thinking they might put out the A-team here and sort it out. Meiji will be, I don't know what was going on in his headspace there, but maybe he ate something funny.
Some moss or something. Hands in the Ruck versus Jurassic Punt. I've gone for Jurassic Punt 14, Hands in the Ruck 7. Jurassic Punt are actually, for some reason, undefeated, and they starting to click. So 14-7 in my opinion. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, pretty hard to put these two teams. I don't know who's worse, really. Jurassic Punt haven't had a massive challenge yet, have they? I mean, they've kind of drawn a couple of games.
They drew to Jack them all away, which is pretty good, I'd say.
That is pretty good. Hands in the Ruck, I don't know. Who knows? Do you think they're going to rally behind Pompey? Come back, bite back? I think they might. I think if this is the time to do it, it's now.
Yeah.
10-7 to Hands in the Ruck, but we'll see, guys. I wouldn't bet your house on this one.
Yeah. So, that's MMP Christmas special for you guys at home. And to round it all off, once and for all, we're gonna go over to Father Christmas, aka Gandalf, who looks like Father Christmas slightly, but just in a grey suit and a grey hat. No reindeer, but Shadowfax for Gandalf. Japanese Lord of the Rings. This is Gandalf at Khazad-dûm. See you next week.
我は神秘の火に仕える者アノールの炎の使い手じゃ貴様の放つ火はわしには通じん闇の底に戻るがよいここは断じて通さん 行けバカ者